It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Well, this defense for the Texans very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mariota going to run the option right. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Texans very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. There he goes, left side. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 25 yards that time.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Brady going to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. Miller with a first down and more. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch. And this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Lindsey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Phillip Lindsey. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
7 yards, the pickup there. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the gun, it's Brady. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Throwing is Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's able to find Miller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Sly on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. Special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 28 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Brady now on first down.
And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And this offensive line, as we all remember, allowed 50 sacks last year. Tied for the 2nd most in the NFL. They vowed new techniques, a few new players, but so far, not quite getting it done.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give running right, Lindsey. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Brady now on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and goal, Brady rolling to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Mariota. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And Kevin Pierre-Louis there to bring him down. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, this is McCaffrey. 120 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play fake. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota finds the open target, Arnold. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, right back to Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Another run by Lindsey. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
151 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Lindsey. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second down, right back to Lindsey. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On third down, here's Lindsey.
And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And taken at the 46. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Houston, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.